Hi everyone, this is Pastor Minnow, just giving you a tutorial on our Bible study curriculum. Pastor Michael thought it would be a great idea to do this, and so here we go. You should have gotten an email from me on our curriculum, and what you would do is you would go right to the account, and then here you are, and what you would do is you would do a login, and it would give you our login, which our login is KCOA. And you would type in your email address, and then the password. Now it gives you the option to do your own password if you want to keep it private, but what we've been doing is we just do KCA Youth, and that is the password. So you can keep it at that, or you can do your own password. And what happens is a message will pop up from me or from Pastor Michael, and then the login is successful. Now here are the templates right here. You can do that. Here's the dashboard. Here's lessons. Here are all the teachers. But what I recommend you do is you go right to the calendar, because the calendar will tell you. For green is the high school ministry, blue is the middle school ministry, and this burnt orange is our youth events. And so when you look in the calendar, this upcoming Sunday, here's the green, and this is the Bible study lesson for the upcoming Sunday. So you can click on that, and there it pops up. And so the first thing is the leader preparation. So you look at it'll give you an overview of the lesson, what the objectives are. Here's the primary scripture, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 31. And then here's the secondary scriptures, and then here's the teaching prep. You can take a look at this. Gives you some ideas of what you can do in preparation for the lesson. And if you have any thoughts on that, if you have any ideas, you can write down your thoughts, and you can post your thoughts, where all our staff will receive that. Now, if you click over to the next prompt right here, the before and after, there are text message questions that they suggest you do. Now, before you do a text message question, if you go to the next prompt, there's a lesson guide. Here's the thing that says getting started. It says, before your meeting, send a text message or email to your students asking them to bring an item that reflects something they love. It may be an iPod that represents their love for music, a picture of their family, etc., etc. When we do our text messages, you might want to take a look at that, so that you may know what you can do, or if you like to have them bring something, or whatever ideas they suggest, or you may come up with your own idea. And here's the question: what does it mean to be created in God's image? It says, come to small group tonight, but this is for Bible study on Sunday, so you can say, come to Bible study on Sunday, so we can talk about it. Or you can do the other text message. On the bottom here is a parent's email. As you get to know your students, we hope that you would gather parental emails, so that we can begin to start sending emails to the parents, so parents would know what we're studying, what we're going over, and what we're doing from week to week. The next is the lesson guide, and then, like I said, you get started here. Now we want you to text message questions or connect with your students as much as possible, and you can text message them the questions at least by Thursday, at the latest by Thursday, so they know what's coming up. Thursday or Friday, so they know what's coming up on Sunday. And here are the teaching points. For the high school lesson for this week, there are 4 teaching points from Genesis chapter 1. And so these are the main points. Here's something to remember. They even give you a prompt of what to say. It says, say something like this. And it gives you, and then here's each point. Now if you look, here's the high school. This is what each student will receive every week. It's a half page, and you'll have the scripture verse, secondary scripture verse, and on the back of the page you'll have your 4 points. Now you notice that these are just statements and not questions, because you will be asking the questions right here, and here are the questions. Now I don't recommend that you ask all 4 questions, but I would recommend you choose 1 or 2 questions that will be helpful. And as you get to know your group and see how well they answer the questions or how slow it is, you can choose how many questions you want to ask. So here's point 1, here's the questions, and it gives you a prompt of what you can say. you go through all 4 points. If you go through your class and you finish the lesson, here's some additional discussion. Because of our time, I know that sometimes it will be hard. But this is something that's very important, is the application. We really want you to help them find something applicable and how we can apply this lesson for the week in their life during their daily lives. And so pick 1 or 2 things that you feel like would be best, and having them apply the lesson to their life. And then here's a summary, summarizing the 4 points again. And then from every week, on the bottom of the lesson is the memory verse. And so here's the memory verse, and one of the things you can do is email your students and just remind them of the memory verse for the week. You can quiz them on it for the following week, whatever you like. Now, you can not only take a look at this lesson, but you can also download it. And so right here, you can click on that. It'll automatically download to your computer, and then you can draw it up. And then here's the Word document. I would recommend do not get the PDF file, but get the Word document, because you can go in here and you can edit and you can put in whatever you like. And so in the suggestions, here's the points again. In the questions, you can just eliminate. Well, I don't want to. I want to ask this, and I don't want to ask these 2 questions. So I'm going to take these 2 questions out, and there, or there. And then here, if you don't like what they say, you can put in your own words of what you would like to write down and how you would say it. So here's the 4 points, and then here's once again the application. Here's the summary. Here's the memory verse. It's pretty self-explanatory. This is definitely a way to help you look at the lessons. And what I would do is, here's the lesson plan for this week for high school students. What I did was go in there, circle different things, circle which text message I would want to send, and then take a look at the teaching points every week. When we do our Sunday service, our youth service, we will be preaching from some of these points and tying in the lessons together. So when Pastor Michael preaches, he'll be going from this is the middle school lesson for the week, God's Big Story, this week 1, creation. Pastor Michael will be teaching from the points, teaching points, which there are 2 this week for the middle school. God is the power behind creation, and God created the world and saw that it was good. And so Pastor Mike will be preaching from the teaching points to kind of reiterate what you have gone through and what you will be teaching. But once again, you go through here, pick questions you would like to ask. You can re-edit your own Word document, and at the end, there's some teaching notes. We'll send you, we're also going to send the documents and send what the students will get. We'll send that in the email to you. And also, I'm going to put in teaching notes just to remind you to text message questions to students. Also, as we progress, getting parent emails, and then some reminders of what to focus on. And then hopefully, when we get in a rhythm, we'll be able to also, when we send the lessons to you, we'll also be able to tell you what we'll be preaching on, so you'll know we won't be redundant, or we could be redundant and just really drive home the points each week for the students in the Bible study class and in the lesson. So that's here's a reminder again. These are what students will receive: a half sheet right here, the scripture reference, and on the back, here are the points. Here's the memory verse. And so we'll be supplying this in your folder every week, so you'll receive enough for your students every week. And then you'll also, it's your responsibility to download your own lesson and edit it and to be prepared for your lesson. And so this is the Bible study curriculum for our youth ministry. And so when you go on the site, check in. So it's important. Log in. Get your email, verify your email. You can download the lessons, And then if you're wondering, hey, I want to prepare for next week's lesson. So if you're a middle school teacher and you want to know what we're going through on August 21st, this is what we're doing. We are going through The World Is Now Broken, and this is the lesson. You can download the lessons, and then you can also see what the students will receive as well. And so that's our tutorial. I hope that helps answer some questions. This Sunday, we'll follow up with another meeting at 1:30 for a staff meeting. Pastor Michael or myself will be leading that meeting to follow up and make sure that we're getting the Bible study lessons down pat, and if there are any other questions. Have a great week. God bless.